Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Allen. Our guest is SusieQ Wood, and she is a TRASHformation artist. TRASHformation artist, is that something you came up with?
It is, actually, yes. Well, the word TRASHformation, actually, someone came up with it a number of years ago, and I thought I originated it too, but then I went on the internet and discovered that someone else had actually used it. So I actually am coining the Global TRASHformation as a phrase. And so anybody looks for Global TRASHformation, my stuff will pop up.
As the centuries go by, are we creating more and more garbage and trash and not knowing what to do with it?
What's happening is that there are about 12.7 million tons of plastic and other trash that end up in the ocean, our dumping ground, and that's annual. And what's happening is that there's no out, so it ends up in the gyres, the big areas that just keep swirling around and around and around. So all the plastic and everything else ends up in these gyres. And there are 5 major ones throughout the planet. And so that's what's happening with all of our trash. It's not being recycled. But what's so sad and really a shame is that there are companies that are sending plastic to places where they have no way to recycle it. They have no way to process the goods, like plastic bags.
You know,
so there are companies, or there are countries like Bali, decided that they aren't going to accept plastic bags anymore. Kudos to them.
Absolutely. Here in California, where Late Night Health is based, we can no longer get free plastic bags or paper bags.
I love that.
I do too. It's great.
I love it.
And
as it should be.
Absolutely. And I tend to walk to the supermarket, and as I walk in, there's a sign that says, "Don't forget your reusable bag." So I go back to my car, and get my bags, and I feel like I'm helping. It's a good feeling.
And that's really the whole point, is that it's not about me and what I can do, although I do my part, and I'm really happy to do it and bring it to fore. But it's really about the other people that I touch, and to incentivize and to inspire them to start their own cleanups, either on a personal level or on a corporate level. But I did want to, you mentioned electronic garbage.
Yes.
I am actually in conversation with a corporation about a project to work with the children of the corporation, the employees' kids, to create an art project around that or sculpture or of some sort, or that can be created using the leftover or the heading toward the disposal site electronics, and take all of these electronics and create some amazing piece that the company would be very proud to, show, either on their wall or in their lobby or boardroom or what have you.
I think that's great. You and I were talking about computers earlier today, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't keep up with your computers every 2 to 3 years, you feel like you're using old technology.
Yeah, and what do you do with all the other stuff?
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think the computer manufacturers, I understand technology moves fast, but I think the computer manufacturers should make these things upgradable so that you can keep a computer for 10 or 12 years.
Well, the PCs used to be that way. Then something changed. Mac came along, and of course, Mac, you just have to get a whole new system. It's even the plugs. The plugs are no longer valuable, or you can't use old, even with the iPhone.
Oh, I know. They've changed
the iPhone. Your old plugs won't work.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing. I'm sitting here in a studio at the Wonder Mouse Studios in Ventura, California, and in our studio here in the Late Night Health the Insane Daryl Wayne studio, we're all PC, outside in the video editing bays. There's 1, 2, 3 Macintoshes, and I think there's 3 others under the window here. It's amazing to me, and you always have to change. What do you do with these things?
Yeah, it's a great question.
I mean,
same thing with plastic. I personally, I'd like to see the formula for plastic actually changed, because plastic, unfortunately, smells like krill, which smells like food to the fish and the wildlife,
and they eat it.
It's impacting. It's killing wildlife in the sea. So that's pretty sad.
The plastic holders around soda cans and beer cans.
Mm-hmm.
People throw those out. Birds pick them up, and they get caught in them.
Yeah.
And that's horrible. SusieQ, thank you so much for your time today.
Well, thank you.
And we're going to be talking in a couple weeks about your magazine, right?
Yes.
Which is called
Natural Awakenings.
Natural Awakenings. It's a nationwide publication, and SusieQ publishes in the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area?
It's actually the Fort Lauderdale, Broward area. Yes, it's a franchise for that specific area. There are 14 different editions in Florida.
Oh, my. Well, we'll talk about that as Late Night here on Late Night Health. We have to go. Coming up next, Robert Weiss, the author of Out of the Doghouse. Don't go away. More coming up.